A lot of people have been asking me what happened to the #1 Fizz in the world, Mango Fish. He was a 1000 LP challenger in Korea last year. Where is he? Well, in fact, he's a Chinese player, and recently he's been grinding on the Super server, of course. He's over 1000 LP, playing mostly Fizz. Today we'll break down his new build, his new strategy for Season 11, and watch him pop off. Jumping onto the Rift now, guys. The room page for Fizz, it's been the same for a while now. It's an electrocute setup. It's pretty simple. You're just looking to burst out your opponents with your combo. The matchup today is into a Twisted Fate, which of course is Fizz favored. Noba's talked a lot about how he actually doesn't mind the Fizz matchup. It's actually good because a lot of people pick Fizz not knowing how to officially play the Fizz counter matchup, which means the Twisted Fate, if you're good at TF, you're going to get the advantage. Of course, Mango Fish, he knows how to play the counter. He should be able to play this perfectly, and he gets a ward out for the enemy Wraiths, and this will allow you to see the pathing of the jungler from the red buff. I do this ward when I'm against Pantheon, when I'm against Jarvan, things like Lee Sin, Shaco. I always ward there level 1 before the wave crashes. It is so tilting when I die level 2 to or I have to blow all my sums or take a bad recall early game just because I decided not to put a ward out early like that. And I get cheesed, and then it's frustrating to come back into the game. Especially for players who aren't too comfortable, like if they get behind a bit, it's very hard to come back into the game for them. They need a nice solid early game. So that ward, guys, sets you up for success. He's against a Nunu, so of course Nunu can cheese as well. And we're seeing the wave slow shove into him. One thing you'll notice about these short range champs like the Fizz, like the Kiana review I did a couple days ago, they love the wave to shove into them for their level 2 and level 3 all-ins, okay? It allows them so much more room to gap close and all-in. If he hard shoved it or slow shoved it, he'd have to end up tanking tower shots if he wants to look for an extended trade. And the enemy is not susceptible to ganks if they're getting hard shoved. So they like to let the wave shove into them on their weak level 1, level 2, level 3, they poke them, and then hopefully level 3, level 4, they look for the all-in. And you can see Twisted Fate completely overexposed here to topside gank, nearly sweeps it out. They're gonna look for all in, uses the Q to gap close, still has his E, looking for it. Doesn't end up getting the kill. That was a little bit awkward, but you could see the thought process behind the wave management. Guys, when you you always need to be thinking about how you're gonna situate your wave in the game, like especially in the early game. It's something that high elo players are always thinking about, and it's how like when we smurf, that's a lot of the time we get leads just through being able to like manipulate and manage the wave better than you. Simply put. So right now, guys, huge wave crashing. We have two options. We either reset and try and get a quick item advantage. I know people call it a cheater recall. You can back for like a Dark Seal or a Doran's and a control ward, or you look for a roam into one of the side lanes. So he looks to try and go up to the top side. Nothing is available. And you've got to make that decision like that. You can't hover around on the decision. You got to think and instantly decide on it, because you don't have much time to get that base off as a Twisted Fate pops the ignite. I like the decision making by Twisted Fate. So he has Unsealed Spellbook. Most people that go Unsealed Spellbook TF, especially in pro play, they go for Teleport, okay? But this guy, he runs Ignite just to bring a little bit more power and 1v1 prowess into the Fizz matchup. So it's going to allow him a lot more damage in trading. And then he'll transition into the Exhaust at level 6 for the Twisted Fate R all in, because that's going to negate a lot more damage. So I actually kind of like this Electrocute Unsealed Cell setup from the Twisted Fate. It's pretty smart. As he grabs the base here, wards on his reset to try and counter any TF roams to the bot side. Doran's, Dark Seal, and a control ward. Now Mango Fish, like his Fizz is notorious for his build. He goes Lucidity Boots into Hourglass every game. Full cooldown reduction, that's what he's about. But recently he's been changing up his second and third items. He's actually been going Luden's Echo. He was going Leandry's a while back, I showed you guys. But recently he's been going Luden's. I'm guessing he likes that flat pen, that burst up front. And maybe it helps out with the wave clear a little bit more than the Leandry's. He doesn't want that burn anymore. And he's been absolutely taking over games with it. So I thought, let's jump into a nice little game, set it up, and watch him play with this new strategy. As he's looking top side, maybe he could grab the wave. One thing you'll notice about Mango Fish, guys, he is extremely high CS per minute on Fizz. He averages close to 10 CS per minute on Fizz. I don't know, most Fizzes average like 5 CS per minute, right? They're just permanently fighting, they're permanently roaming, getting kills. They're never thinking about CSing. Mango's, the reason he is the best Fizz in the world and he climbs 1000 LP, Korea, China, whatnot, he's so consistent. He doesn't need the kills in the snowball to get the items, does he? He gets it from his CS, he gets it from his strong lane. He doesn't even need the kills. If the kills come in lane, then sure, it's great. He can utilize that to snowball. But if not, he just keeps CSing 10 per minute and the kills will come. As we are level 6 now. Looking for the all-in. Pops it. Gets exhausted. R, ignite. E, flashes over the wall from the Nunu. He does get the solo kill. And he is pumped. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel down below, guys. He posts VODs pretty often. He has like 3,000 subscribers, so go and show him some love. I'll put his YouTube channel down in the comments below. Absolute beast of a player. I remember I got to verse him in Korea, actually. And it was pain. It was pure suffering. He got 22 or 23 kills. He hard carried the game. I played Talia and man, it was not fun as we get our trademarked lucidity boots. We're gonna pump back. Twisted Fate grabs the Merc Treads. Not gonna help him out that much, to be honest. And let me know in the comments below if you guys have been trying out Kiana from my last video. I want to see how you guys go. I get a lot of people flaming me saying, dude, don't ever put Kiana videos out again. My Kiana's going to solo queue and they go Prowler's Claw first item for, they have no idea how to combo and they go 0-20. As I said, sorry bro. Nothing I can do about it. E-Max, followed by W-Max on Fizz now, guys. Old school Fizzes, remember, we used to Q-Max on Fizz, but now it's a W after our E. As now the trouble is, it's an even game, but Twisted Fate has his ultimate to contribute to the fights. Twisted Fate ults up topside, he decides, I'm gonna hard shove mid. And this is what's so annoying versing TF. It doesn't matter how strong you are in lane, if he has the better team and he plays the map correctly, he will just simply get a free win. There's nothing you're able to do about it. So he just sits mid. He's going to farm up some plates. Nidalee might drop. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Nice. And his first base, guys, he's going to be looking for that hourglass setup. It just allows him, a lot of people go Proto Belt, Lichbane, Fizz, but you don't actually need the damage. That's his idea. His thesis is you don't need that Proto Belt, that Lichbane damage early. What you need is cooldown reduction so that you're able to get a rotation off, pop your hourglass, and then get another rotation. Essentially, you're getting more damage. It's just a little bit longer paced. And it allows you to do a lot better tower dives, rotations, heaps of different stuff. And a lot of cheesy things, of course, that 2.5 second stasis. It's kind of gross. As the Thresh is trying to set up the Nidalee here. Wave is in a tremendously good spot. Now, I reckon, so with Fizz, guys, you just saw the combo there. You Q, and as you're queuing, you pop your R. It actually cancels the animation for the Fizz R. There's no wind up. It's just QR, it hides it on the minions, and then the fish goes straight onto them like a heat seeker. Go into practice tool, just get a practice dummy. Just QR and put the other dummy behind it. Just do that like, I don't know. Do that like 10 times or something. Just keep practicing it. It's not that hard of a mechanic. It's a mechanic that you do need on Fizz. And I still see a lot of people struggle with Fizz mechanics. Practice tool, practice your E's over the walls, practice your QR animation cancel, practice your E flashes. That's all you really need to know, guys. Not much more than that. Heading back to base with 2700, and we get our flat out hourglass. Thank you very much. Now, sometimes in the game, he's 99 CS at 10 minutes, by the way. He's literally 10 CS per minute already. But sometimes, guys, he'll get such early 10-stack Darkseal that he'll just go on Medjais. He is notorious for early game Medjaises. He might just go Medjais after this. We'll see. It's looking pretty likely he's going to snowball the game. And you see how his tempo is so good there? That wave clear is so easy. The biggest problem I see in lower elo fizzes is their tempo is not good enough where they don't have the items. Their E's won't even clear that wave, so they're there for an extra 3-4 seconds last hitting that backline. It's just awkward. That's why Mango, he's so consistent on the CS, man. His wave clear is great because he's just CS is so good. He comes into these items at the right times. Remember, when we're playing things like Fizz, like Echo, Kiana, Sweeper, we get a Sweeper very early, guys. Vision denial is the most important thing for an assassin. Nothing to do on the map. So what does he do? He farms Wraiths. You're an assassin, but you've got blue buff. You're fine. Clear the jungle out. Get as much CS advantage as you can. Fate pops his ultimate bot side. Maybe he could have went for a roam bot side. Probably could have countered that. But my man's is maxing out that CS. Autos all the frontline minions. Then E's, and it's a full wave clear as Riven combos. A little bit of lag on the Chinese super server. Moving down now. Let's see how he plays it. Has literally everything available to him. Kills the Malphite, ults onto the Janna, still has his Hourglass. Great Nidalee Spear. Nidalee tanking tower now, E flashes, picks up the Janna, and they're able to pick up all 3 members. And he is a happy camper. Yes, sir. And he'll hard shove this. Kai'Sa will roam into the mid lane to pick up the wave. And this is just an absolutely good spot. 140 farm at 12 minutes. Love to watch his Fizz is always very clean. He doesn't like it's not a coin flip playstyle. Like I hope you know what I mean when I say a lot of Fizzes just have this coin flip playstyle where they'll go 20 kills or they'll go 0-10 and do nothing with low farm. Like he's just a very controlled Fizz. And that's one thing you'll notice about all of these high elo one tricks is that they're not just complete crazies. They're actually very methodical about how they play their champs. A lot of the Diamond 1, Low Master 1 tricks are crazy, bro. Permanently looking for one. They might be as mechanical as some of these top tier players, right? Their combos, their mechanics, probably on par with some of these 1000 LP players. It just comes down to all the rest, the consistency, the mindset, just being methodical about your games, not looking to tilt or completely go off the rocker. And we get our Medjai's, like I said, at 8 stacks. As I was saying, it's very likely that this game, he's going to hard snowball it. Look how large he is. The CS score, the kills, it's all starting to add up. So we get our Lost Chapter, and we get our Medjai's. Nidalee. And it is still likely we'll get Mango will probably end up playing on the Chinese on the Korean server eventually. He usually mixes his time up, but recently it's just been a pure Chinese grind. I'm pretty sure a lot of the Chinese players got wiped off the Korean server, like their accounts, their logins and stuff. It became a lot harder. There was this big push, I think, in Korea that the Chinese players should be playing on their server or something, but we'll see. Dropping into the side lane now. And MF, are you all alone, my baby girl? You really shouldn't be. Malphite is hovering. And here we go. Everybody is coming in. Twisted Fate ulti. Pops the ult. Has the TF there. Still has his Hourglass. TF Hourglass is it. Malphite ult goes in. Gets flashed. Terrible hook by the Thresh. And we've got to try and get out of here. Nunu Snowball coming in like a heat seeker. Got a decent flank behind. We have Medjai's, by the way. We're not allowed to die. Goes in, gets a huge 4-man E. Hourglass is the Twisted Fate gold card. How nice was that? 16 stacks on the Medjai's here. Looking for one more. We grab it. Nice. Haha. And we have 5-0, baby. With 20 stacks on the Medjai's. And this is why he likes the Hourglass. You can't do this without the Hourglass. Without having the Hourglass as your safety net, you could just get Malphite ultied or anything and just blown up, lose all the stacks. It's because you have the Hourglass active that you're able to play so confidently in the middle of the enemy team. Because you can E into the Hourglass, your team has like 27 days to react. We should be able to grab our Ludens. Instantly getting a bunch of flat pen and burst for this Fizz, which is perfect at 16 minutes. It's so early. And now the enemy team's pretty stuffed. Because if he drops into the side lane, who the hell can match him? No one can match him. They're going to have to commit like 3-4 people. And hopefully his team should just be able to completely react and take over that. Did he just try and... He altered the wave for the cannon so he can do the camp. Fizz ultimate's only a 45-second cooldown, remember? It's nothing big. It's nothing crazy. You should be throwing it on almost every cooldown. So he trolls a little bit there for CS, but I mean, at the end of the day, a couple extras, who cares? 200 CS at 17 minutes. What the hell is this? Okay, he's walked straight into an ambush. Has flash. Flashes out. MF flashes the chase. Has E. Oh! He is very tilted. He had such good tempo as well. Coming out of base now, guys. The next item. Of course, it's a Lich Bane on Fizz. You're looking to still get that absolutely huge burst off. And it's pretty weird because a lot of times your tempo is not this good. You're coming into Lich Bane at 25 to 30 minutes. And it may feel a little bit awkward, but overall, you're looking to come into the Lich Bane. Your last item can be a Death Cap or a Void Stuff, depending on the situation. I prefer Void Stuff, but I mean, of course, if the enemy team has no MR, the Death Cap can come in a little bit better. As you can just see, man, like when you hit this like this, when you get your Fizz really consistent like this, the wave clear and the CS will come. Especially with the Ludens now, it's going to help you to wave clear so much easier. How bloody easy is this? And when you do get these leads, guys, don't think that you have to just run into the enemy base and 1v9. Play the game slow, man. Like, your team can go in, they can bait out all the cooldowns. You just sit in the backline, man. You throw your ultimate, you see a low target, you E, pick up the kill, Hourglass. Just stack it up. Play patient. You don't have to just completely go into enemy base 1v5. Oh, look at me, look at me. I see too many people do this. They throw all their gold lead, they give all the bounties over. Come on, guys, you're not making a montage. Let's look to climb some divisions. Play consistently. This team is putting on a bloody clinic. The Baron about to spawn. It's like he wants to stay down to the bot side, just clean up some farm. Fair enough. I definitely don't know about this. I guess I'm like, he's literally just max CSing here. Please die, Gromp. Thank you. He's doing a do-and-be, looking for that bloody CS hack. Clears out bot side. In lower elos, never do that. In lower elos, your team hovering at Baron just makes me too nervous. Please, guys, don't do that. Don't do that. Just go topside. His team actually waited for him to clear, which is perfect. But this is 1000 LP China Super Server. You know, it's a little bit different. And they should be able to grab up this free Baron. Twisted Fate ulti. Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? And we're gonna zoom down, trying to look for a kill here. Twisted Fate probably has his Hourglass, if I can see the lobby. QR. Oh. Rocket Belt just dodges out. And we saw that how quick that animation can be when you are during the Q. Twist of Fate gold cards the minion. Maybe he was trying to actually get the twist the TF, sorry, the Fizz to use his actives. Grab the blue buff for himself. There's no pressure. His team should be able to get the soul soon. And he drops into the side lane. His team should be able to make quick work of the mid lane while he gets into the side. Oh, MF picks up the shutdown onto the Riven. They're extending a little bit too much. Fizz moving across now. Has a bit of mana. Ultimate's back up. Let's see it. E. One-shots the Malphite. R's the Janna as he comes down. He's playing a very slow tempo. E over onto the Fizz. Grabs that onto the Twisted Fate. Grabs that one for himself. Still has his Hourglass, by the way. MF dies and we grab it. 25 stacks in the Medjais. Is that a quadra kill for the Fizz? I just love the way he plays it, man. He plays it so slow and controlled, right? Just everything's perfect. And God, that must feel so bad. The enemy team had used every single cooldown imaginable. Why can't I speak? Am I unable to speak, Drew? They'd used all of their cooldowns. And Fizz comes in with everything and just laughs in their face as he picks them up. 4.5k gold. Hits that death cap into the blue elixir. And we have 740 AP at 23 minutes. That doesn't really seem fair. And I hope the enemy team doesn't FF because I really want to see these damage numbers onto one of the players. Oh my God, fail E over that. Try to max range it. Watch this damage on the Janna. Oh no. Oh no. Triple kill. Quadra kill. We're looking for the Penta. Does he get it? Come here, Malphite. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come on. Thresh steals it. Oh no. I would AFK. I would just leave the game and we're going to be able to pick up that dub. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this review. I love watching this guy's Fizz, and until next time, I catch us all later. Alright boys, peace.